minutes of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
Now, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw.
Touchdown, Philadelphia!
Devontae Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. 60 yards.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, the offense ain't really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opening opponent.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Williams. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. And now off to the races, down the right side. Inside the 20, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They go play action here on first down. Pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Gibbs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Forced out to his left and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. On first down, Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably what he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Williams to return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. From the 44, Hurts dancing to his left. That is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Looking to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, watch the fake. But Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That little first down pickup of 8. Now back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This out quickly to Williams.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw again.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
So able to make it to the 15 following the broken tackle. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Second down and 6 now.
He'll drop to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. He's to the 10.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He delivers another together, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd down, here's Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Hurts looking to change the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. In motion left comes Williams. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And this one is right through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Well, now they'll try the end around. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
They're going to look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat. And there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Second and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. His throw incomplete. The offense on third down, just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On the give, here's Gibbs. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10.
Go Silver, ready? 73. 73.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Great. 63. Out. Hey, 73.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Hey, easy. 63, back. Crowd left,
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. And they are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 122 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.